Welcome to tonight's Inspiring Healthy Living series. We're so excited you joined us tonight. My name's Kurt Beavers, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and we do this every Thursday night, and we're so glad you're here. We've got a special guest for you tonight, and we're going to focus tonight on a theme for the month. Our company, Juice Plus, our mission statement is Inspiring Healthy Living Around the World, and my wife and 3 kids and our family, we have been a part of this mission and this company for over 20 years, and I'm really grateful to say that we have been flooding our bodies with fruits and vegetables and this healthy nutrition to give us the best chance of living healthier lives. And we've been able to share that with many other people. We want to share that with you tonight. Now, one of the things that we do is not just share a way to get more fruits and vegetables in your body, but we get to share a way that you can make one simple change and engage with us one step at a time. And we have Facebook groups for accountability that we'd love to make you a part of. And you can find out about that from the person that got you on the call tonight. But our one simple change for February is very appropriate. Many of you may be making plans to do something special with your Valentine. Some of you may have forgotten and you're panicked because all the restaurants are already full. But it is the month also to love your heart. It's the month to have a healthy heart, to invigorate your heart, to feed it right nutritionally, and to take care of that big pump in your body that keeps blood flowing and keeps the super duper healthy. And we want to talk a little bit about that tonight. But our company has done some really neat things to support that theme. And one of the things they've done is they have put together a great video for us. So we thought we'd kick off tonight by sharing with you a video that you're welcome to watch again on YouTube on our Juice Plus channel, but it's called Love Your Heart.
Even being young, you realize that prevention certainly starts now. My dad's dad died when he was 43 of a heart attack, and I think so much of that can be prevented with good nutrition, and people underestimate the power of good nutrition.
In the stresses and the fast pace of life, it's very easy to go for the convenient fast food. Well, there's nothing more convenient than fruits and vegetables.
When you take Juice Plus, you just desire more fruits and vegetables. And because of my age, I knew I needed to make some changes in my body and my arteries, that type of thing.
My favorite product, I'd have to say, is the Vineyard Blend. Because I have a long family history of heart disease, I understood the research behind it. And that's the one study, actually, the Journal of American College of Cardiology, that I share a lot with people. Anybody who's under stress, I just think it's a great product, and I'm glad that I started it.
I thought I was pretty healthy. When I had that heart attack, I didn't have any health problems that I knew of, but obviously I had one. And ever since, I have been cognizant of eating better and have not missed a day taking my Juice Plus, and I know what it's done for my health.
As a nurse, I've learned when people have illnesses or injuries, very often they are not given a second chance. And with Juice Plus, you have that second chance to be healthier.
It just made sense. 20 to 30 fruits and vegetables, solid nutrition, densely packed nutrition into my diet on a daily basis. So for me, making that one simple change, putting my health first and choosing Juice Plus has made all the difference in the world.
So tonight, after that great video, I think you heard from a variety of people, from a variety of backgrounds, but we've got a special guest tonight, and she's not just a physician, she's my friend. She's from Springfield, Ohio. Her name is Jan Roberto, and I've been able to be with her on the West Coast, the East Coast, all over the United States. We've been able to be together in different places and share something we have in common that is inspiring healthy living around the world. And we've taken that challenge seriously, and Jan has been a strong proponent, not only personally as a mom, as a husband, but also as an incredible physician. We share something else in common, and I know our hearts are fully into this, Jan, and that is we're both 2015 new grandparents, and I'm sure Jan will share with that story with you. And I've got a new grandson, and she has a new grandchild too, and I think she's just spent a little bit of time with that baby, and so she's probably got a big heartbeat for her new grandbaby. But Jan has been in family medicine for over 20 years. And it's interesting, she gets to work with her husband, Mark, with 4 other physicians in Springfield, Ohio. And she is so passionate about the message of nutrition and disease prevention. They have 1 child, Samuel, who is married and has their only grandchild. And Jan practices medicine there in Ohio still today. And she's going to share with you a little bit tonight about how you can better love your heart and how Juice Plus can play a key role in that. Welcome, Jan.
Thank you so much, Kurt. It's just a pleasure and an honor to be here tonight. And I just want to sort of start with just a few minutes of my story. I know you outlined a little bit of it, but I was just reflecting on February being Heart Month and realizing that it was exactly 20 years ago this month that my husband, at a very early age of 42, had an unexplained 95% blockage of the main artery to his heart. And, he had no risk factors except for stress. And I'll just never forget just the grace and mercy and thankfulness I had knowing that he did not die, because my father died exactly 30 years prior at the same month, and at the same age that our son Sam was, which was 7. And so, I just am reflecting with just gratitude, because this is how I then became aware of this message, just of fueling my body and my family's body with great nutrition that has been proven to help fight and protect and keep us strong and healthy. And, it's also interesting, our son Sam wants to be a cardiologist. I just, how could that be? But he's in his first year of residency. And so, a lot has happened. And when I look back, I said, don't wait for that crisis to know what's important. And some people do that. And I really feel that that's what has brought me to this place of passion and purpose and being on this mission to inspire healthy living. And it's been so, so rewarding. And I just have to say, heart disease and stroke are the #1 causes of death, both in men and women. And so to shine the spotlight this month on heart, as well as this good nutrition, is just so appropriate. And, I'm just remembering to March of '03, when the Journal of the College of Cardiology was published, that showed a double-blind, placebo-controlled study using Juice Plus, showing the positive effects. And I might share that a little bit later if I have time, but you saw that on the screen. And so as a result, what happened is that another physician heard about my husband's story, and he came into our lives several years later and shared with us this awesome message of powdered produce in a capsule. And here you see over 50 fruits, vegetables, berries, grapes, grains, and a few other things that have been just all plant produce that have been combined either in the micronutrition of the orchard, garden, and vineyard, which you see there in the round bottles that comes either in a capsule or soft chewable, or the meal replacement, healthy plant-based meal replacement called the Juice Plus Complete, which I call macronutrition. Micro for the capsules because it really is virtually calorie-free, but it gives you that nutrition on a daily basis. And then the macro being calories, which provide protein, carbohydrate, fat in a healthy, low-calorie avenue. But what's really exciting is that the Juice Plus company controls the process of all of the produce from the very beginning with no herbicides, pesticides, non-GMO, rotating crops, picked at peak ripeness, and then the entire produce is put in juicing, including the skin, the seeds, the pulp, everything. And you'll hear in a minute how powerful that is just by itself. And then in a controlled temperature, then it is then dried, and the powders are then condensed and put into capsules or soft chewable. And so I think that's what's really exciting, is to remind us here that this is food, not a vitamin. And so what we want to do is start out here with the Orchard Garden Vineyard. And I want to just shine the spotlight on the vineyard, since this is National Heart Month and, of course, Valentine's Day. And I really want to talk to you about how important this vineyard is as a completion of this rainbow. Of course, Many of us are already on the trio, the Orchard, Garden, and Vineyard, but there are some that started on Orchard, Garden and perhaps have not added the Vineyard or don't understand yet the importance. And what I want to do is just tell you what's in the Vineyard. First of all, raspberries, bilberry, blueberry, cranberry, pomegranate, Concord grapes, blackcurrant, blackberry, elderberry. When is the last time you had all of those every day in your body? Artichoke leaf, cocoa, green tea, ginger root. This completes what's in the Vineyard blend. And, you know, I'm sure many of you have heard about the health benefits of blueberries alone or pomegranate alone. And there's a reason for that. And, you know, understanding that the protection that we know of through whole food nutrition, you know, the phytonutrients, the antioxidants, all that are working in synergy is really, really what's so important. But what we also want to look at is why. Why are the berries and grapes so powerful? And it is because of this class called polyphenols, and in particular, the flavonoids. So I was telling some friends the other day, if you can't remember anything, just remembered flavonoids, because they are packed into the berries and grapes and pomegranates, and they are actually compounds. You know, they do work for cell repair, they work as antioxidants, but they also have other benefits, you know, in terms of actually reducing buildup of fat in the blood, decreasing inflammation, increasing good cholesterol, preventing blood clots. There's over 8,000 flavonoids that have been identified. And I actually read today that your intake of flavonoids is inversely associated with the incidence of heart attack and stroke. So the more flavonoids you have in your body, the less your chance of heart attack and stroke. And interesting, the peel of pomegranates, even though we don't eat it because it really doesn't taste good at all, is 3 times more potent with the polyphenols, flavonoids. And interesting, when they make the Vineyard, they throw in the whole entire pomegranate, so we get that added nutrition. And so, you know, just to give you a few other words just to think about, have you heard of anthocyanins? So that is the color in the berries and the pomegranates, and that is what gives such great free radical protection, reduction in cancer and heart disease. Anthocyanins have been talked about for a long time. Have you heard of pterostilbene? It's similar to resveratrol, ellagic acid, quercetin. These are like choir directors. You know, we know the power of synergy of all of these nutrients working together, but these flavonoids are so powerful, they are kind of in charge. They are really so powerful. And how about just the positive effects? Let's summarize what these flavonoids do that are in the berries and grapes contained in our Vineyard blend. They actually help with reducing platelet stickiness. That's a very good thing. You want your blood to flow smoothly, and they've been proven for years to just have that potent effect with keeping your blood flowing well. How about anti-inflammatory? Of course, you know, we have our blood vessels often are very pro-inflamed. There's actually a test called a C-reactive protein to show if you have a lot of inflammation in your blood vessels. That's not a good thing, especially if you have a plaque rupture, you have a lot of cholesterol buildup, etc. So you want to have low inflammation in your blood vessels. And of course, the plant-based diet can really lend itself towards that. But also flavonoids can help with the anti-inflammation, helps prevent the oxidation of LDL or bad cholesterol. What does that mean real quickly? It's one thing to have a low number of cholesterol, but it's another thing to keep it from becoming oxidized, which is where it can then cause a clot because it's then exposed and sticky. So we know these flavonoids can help with that protection of that oxidation and also increasing nitric oxide, you're going to hear me talk about this again. What's nitric oxide? It helps, it's a natural vasodilator in your body. It's produced and helps relax your arteries. And that's extremely good, you know, especially after a high-fat meal. We don't want to have a constricted state, you know, helps keep those arteries dilated. And then, of course, decreasing blood pressure, which is a major risk for both heart attack and stroke. Well, of course, the research over the past 20 years done on Juice Plus, published in these peer-reviewed journals, is what has given me the confidence and just the knowledge, knowing that, you know, what we're talking about is food, but it's backed by peer-reviewed, high-quality, independent journals, science that has been done at universities around the world. And you can see there the Journal of the College of Cardiology. And, you know, that was that study in May of '03 that got my attention, because what they did is they had a placebo group, then they had a group that took the Orchard Garden, and then they gave the Orchard Garden and added the Vineyard, gave them all a 50-gram high-fat meal. Afterwards measured that blood vessel constriction, and they found that with the Juice Plus Orchard Garden, it had about a 66% dilation. When they added the Vineyard, it went up over 90%. And so right then we knew, the company knew, that the Vineyard had extreme benefits. A couple other studies were done on both, and then after that, all of them are done on the trio. Why not? There's absolutely no reason, because that trio is so powerful, adding that Vineyard. So, you know, I just love talking about the research and just knowing that, you know, we have such a credible body of research showing the effectiveness. So let's switch hats here for a minute to the Juice Plus Complete. This is the macronutrition. How does that help with heart health? Well, first of all, anytime you can get more plant-based nutrition into your body, you're going to have less inflammation. And of course, being our blood vessels are the largest organ in our body, you know, that's the first place we want to keep that inflammation down. But of course, it's low fat, low sugar, low glycemic, which means that, you know, it has high fiber in it. So it keeps the blood sugar stable. Of course, gluten-free, vegan, non-GMO. It is a plant-based protein blend, including soy, chickpea, pea, and rice protein. It has an extremely high fiber, natural blend, as well as ancient grains and sprouts. Amaranth, quinoa, millet, have you had those in your diet every day, as well as broccoli, alfalfa, radish? They all are extremely high in natural antioxidants, as well as other, you know, heart protecting nutrients. And so what I want to do is just highlight a few things on the Complete, which is my favorite. Low calorie, low fat, but high fiber, 8 grams. You know, when you look at the carbs, almost half of them are fiber, which is extremely important to keep that glycemic index low. By the way, the sugar content is less than that of half of an apple. And we do need a small amount of sugar to maintain our energy source within our body. And all of this is from natural sources, of course. And then the protein, 13 grams, 11 grams is from this incredibly wonderful new process called water-washed soy. It's like preserving the nutrition and integrity of the edamame. So it's like about a half a cup of an edamames, very small amount, but excellent source of protein. And so, you know, I think what I wanted to remind everybody about is that my 10-month-old granddaughter, Cambridge, who is just beautiful, she is on all table foods, and she has a tablespoon or 2 of Complete with her oat cereal in the morning with some almond milk. And then she's also been drinking smoothies, about 4 ounces. And I am so confident, and I feel so good knowing that I can give my first and best grandchild this wonderful plant-based product. And so, of course, the facts have been out of the positive benefits of soy with cardiovascular. It's even on labels anymore. But it started in 1995 when about 35 studies condensed showed a decrease in cholesterol by 10 to 13%. And then, of course, since then, we know of just amazing reduction in cardiovascular disease and cancer, and helping also to reduce blood pressure. And again, this is through the vasodilation, through increasing the production of nitric oxide. But let me just tell you, it's best to get your soy from whole food sources, such as what we have in our Complete, not from isoflavone, fortified products, or highly processed soy where you lose the benefits of the isoflavone from that whole entire, bean or edamame bean. Okay, so let's just talk quickly about cost. I'm sure Kurt will bring this up as well, but can you believe for less than a cup of coffee, you can add Juice Plus every day for $2.50 or the shake for $2? Both of those being $4.50 a day to have all of that heart protection, I'd say that is priceless. And I actually have been enjoying this for myself for over 12 years. And, I don't know where I would be. I don't know where my husband would be or our son. He grew up for the last 12, 13 years and went through medical school without any illnesses. And it's just been such a blessing, to just know that we've provided so well in this regard. But let me tell you about my really good friend, Jessica Barnes. I've just known for about a year, but at age 34, she had a heart attack. She had no risk factors, didn't smoke, wasn't overweight, had no family history. She was found to be missing, she's a special mutation where she's missing the gene that helps her body produce nitric oxide. Wow, we've just talked about that. And since her heart attack, for several years, she was on different medications because she continued to have pain from that spasm, from the constriction. She found Juice Plus over a year ago and has been virtually symptom-free, and her cholesterol dropped from 220 to 160. Let me tell you, Jessica has a great story to share, but we have that science that supports the story. And I have to tell you, that to me is the most exciting thing, is that I travel around the country and I hear the stories. And what I love to do is take those stories and put them back to all of the different findings in the research. Because isn't it wonderful to have that backup, but to know we're really, really making a difference with so many people. So Kurt, I'll just turn it back to you, and thank you everyone for listening. And I just really want to encourage you to continue on that road to better health.
Jan, thank you so much. That was absolutely amazing. And Jan shared with you that Juice Plus can be had for less than a cup of gourmet coffee. But I have even something more exciting to share with you, is that if you're a parent or a grandparent, our company has actually set up a Juice Plus Foundation. And we are able to offer to you tonight something very special. And that is that if you have a child or grandchild between the ages of 4 all the way through college, if they're enrolled in college of any kind, and you as a parent or grandparent or any adult are taking Juice Plus, that child can be on it free for 4 years. It's an incredible offer. You can see on the screen, I'm not going to spend time tonight, but the incredible results we're seeing in the children on the product as well as the adult parents taking the product, unbelievable results in healthier lives. Mm-hmm. The person that got you on the call tonight, that allowed you to hear Jan share from her heart about our hearts. They can give you a lot more information about the Children's Health Study, how you can actually get it for free. They can share with you directly some of the research studies that Jan mentioned if you'd like to see those. And there are lots of other healthcare professionals behind Juice Plus that have videos on YouTube and online that they would love to share with you. So get back with the person that invited you tonight on this call and let them share that with you so that you and your family can join us on this journey to inspired, healthier living. Now, we do this every week. And if you missed a call and would like to go back, all our videos are archived on inspiringhealthyliving.tv. And I'll just share with you one. Dr. Bill Sears was our guest last month, and he is America's pediatrician, and he talked a lot about health and from the perspective of a parent and your commitment to having healthier children, but the bigger perspective of having a healthy family. So we're glad you joined us tonight. Please get back with the person that asked you to be on this call and let them share with you how we can help you start one simple change that can make a huge difference in yours and your family's health. God bless, and we'll see you next week.